Everyone, we just want to thank you so much for coming to this retraining. We have the beautiful Miss Karla Wiley, and we have our coach Van on the line. And today we're
I'm
just
not
going to lay it.
beautiful.
You're handsome, all right? You're handsome. And so today we're just going to lay it out for you. We're going to talk about in this wonderful opportunity that we have. Karla, I'm so excited for you as my leader, as my sponsor. Karla just hit the $5,000 bonus with and she did that in a few days. Coach Van, let's not even talk about him. Coach Van just got back from Florida down at the headquarters, and Coach Van just earned a bonus of 25,000. Coach.
Yep, that was my fourth one. 40,000 altogether so far.
Oh my goodness.
Um,
That's awesome. So congratulations to you both. And so we just want to take this time and bring this hangout and just talk about what exactly is So, Coach, I'm going to let you, give your little introduction, and then we'll bring on Miss Karla, and then we'll keep it rolling.
Oh, sure. Thank you. I actually just this has given me a chance to have a lot of fun. I just came back from playing racquetball. You can see I got my big Steeler stuff there in the background. And I will like to let everybody know that I actually went down to RE home base. He doesn't like calling it headquarters, but went and met not only the owners and founders, the entire staff, right there in Fort Myers, Florida. And then also went to his home and we shot some videos there. One of the videos you can see on our Facebook group where you can hear the owner himself, PJ. His name's Peter Jensen, but he goes by PJ. And because there have been all these big checks had been earned by the men, and they were all mentioned then, so he did a whole video mentioning some of the ladies, and you're about to hear from one of them herself, Karla. And after we left there, I had a 4-hour layover in Atlanta, and so Karla and her husband came pick me up from the airport. They put together a little get-together at a barbecue place in about, I don't know, 15 minutes from the airport. So we went out there, talked with a bunch of people, took pictures with, all the big checks, not big as far as in amounts of money, but big in actual, size. They're like 3 feet long and 2 feet high. And we had people driving in from all over Atlanta. Some of them are already best friends in RE, and some of them weren't. And a lot of them decided to come on board right there, and then some joined later on in the evening. So these are all things that just happened over the weekend. The reason I got so excited about this is everybody has the chance to make 125% commission on every referral, not just the first one or the third or fifth, every single one of them. And it starts from the very first one. You don't have to build up a team of 20 people before you get this great advantage. It's for everybody. And the bonuses, that'll come out in a video that we also made while we were down there. You'll probably hear me say a lot that, hey, every day's payday, and that RE gives Joe and Susie Average the opportunity to make Joe and Susie superstar type bonuses, because we're not the only company out there to have bonuses, but most of the companies that have bonuses are only for their top leaders, the people who can go out and get hundreds of personal referrals or build teams of many thousands of people. Now, that's nothing against those companies. Those are some nice bonuses. But here we have people, they don't have to be superstars or have a track record of building huge organizations. They're going to get their bonuses anyway, but now a small team of 50 people can get a $2,500 bonus on a $40 purchase and be involved in not just one huge industry, but 3 of them. So let me give you an example here real quick. just on our loans, the loan program. There is no other multi-level marketing company that I know of that deals in loans that pays people up a number of levels for just making a loan of anywhere from $5,000 to $2 million. Our slogan for loans is, when the banks tell you no, we tell you yes. So from that standpoint, if that's all we had, RE would have something no other company had. All right? But we also have travel. So let's just look at what we have compared to the other travel companies. Our travel portion, Archer Travel, is 60 years old, has a phone number, an 800 number that allows people to book any kind of travel that you can think of and pay commissions, even if all you did was buy a plane ticket to go cross state. We are the only company in travel that has ability to pay commissions on just airfare. So, and this pays out through multiple levels. Our owner, PJ, he made millions and millions of dollars in a travel company, and most of that money that was made for booking of travel all went to the one person who organized the travel. It wasn't paid out through a whole bunch of different levels like we have here at RE. So if all we had was travel, we'd have the best deal, the best opportunity for people to make the most money and to pay the least amount of money with a company that's been around longer than every other travel deal. But we've got that with the home loans. But we've also got energy. By itself, just in the U.S., is a $300 billion industry. Travel by itself is over $6 trillion. So we got $300 billion just within, 14 states. And again, there's other energy companies that all they have is energy. Well, even if all we had was energy, most of your other energy companies, they have one, and some of them have two other vendors that they can resell to their customers that are in the states that are deregulated. We have RE has over 30 to choose from. So not only can we help people pay less on their energy bill, electricity, we can also help them pay less on their gas. We have the ability to give them a whole lot more options. And you get all of this with RE for $39.95. Hello, get involved with whoever invited you to this hangout today. And again, one of the ladies I had the great opportunity to meet here, and I pestered her because I wanted to get her involved. She's going to be speaking next. Karla Wiley out of Atlanta. Take it away.
Well, thank you, Coach. And I can tell you, thank you too, Keisha. I'm very honored to be able to speak on this hangout. Actually, this is my first hangout, so I'm kind of excited about this. I've never been on one, but I'm on one now. And I can tell you this is just more and more exciting things coming down the pipeline along with RE. And thank you, Coach Van, for badgering me like you did. It couldn't have been at a better time. Can you guys hear me still?
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, it couldn't have came at a better time. And I can tell you, he called me on a Friday, and I talked with him, and then I put my husband on the line about 1:30 in the morning. And then he called me again on Saturday and asked me what did my husband think about it. I told him he thought it was a pretty good deal. That I told him I would be signing up. Well, I didn't sign up that Saturday. So in turn, that Saturday morning, Peter Jensen called me. That's the owner of RE. And when he called me, I knew then we had something great, because the owner ain't never called me out of many businesses I've been in. The owner ain't never called me just randomly. And when he called and talked to me about the business, at that point, I knew we had something great. So I told him, I said, I'm going to hang up with you, and I'm going to call Coach, because for you to call me, this got to be really something. I've never had an owner to do that. So in that turn, I still didn't call Coach that Saturday, but I turned around that Sunday and called him, and I was ready to go then. And I signed up at that time, but even though I signed up, a week and a half went by, and I still didn't do anything with the business. Wrong move. I never should have done that. I could really kick myself for not picking up the pieces and getting going at that time. But that's okay. Better late than never. When I grew a brain, a week and a half later, within 7 days, I hit the $2,500 bonus, and then now I've hit the $5,000 bonus, and I'm about 15 or so away from the 7,500. All due. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you sound great.
Okay, all due to my team. So it's not just on my efforts, it's on my whole team efforts. And thanks for Coach Van. He helped a lot. So I can appreciate him bringing this business to me. And we're going to have some long legs and a great relationship. I mean, this is one marriage I'm very glad that I'm a part of. And Keisha, I truly appreciate you inviting me to this hangout. And I can tell you now, I can see you definitely at that 390,000 along with our entire team. With that being said, back to you.
Thank you so much. Awesome, awesome testimony, Karla. And I was the same way. You introduced it to me, and I did nothing with it. But my goodness, when I started, people just started joining. It was Sunday yesterday, and Karla called me, and she says, "Keisha, what are you doing?" We had 9 people join our team yesterday on a Sunday afternoon. I mean, between like 1 and 9 o'clock in the afternoon, there was somebody joining literally every single hour. And she was like, "Girl, what are you doing over there?" And it wasn't even me. It was my team. They were out working, and they were just bringing people in. So I just want to congratulate everyone on my team that sees the vision and is just making RE work. Now, Coach, you hit on some things, and when we're talking to people have some questions, and I kind of want your perspective because you've been in this industry for a while, and Karla, you've been in this industry for a while, and so let me ask you, Coach, what makes RE different from any other home-based business that you've seen out there?
Well, it kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier is, and this isn't a slam on the other companies, is I don't know of any other company that'll pay 125% commission daily, 1 week in the rear. I don't know of any other company that'll pay as many bonuses as they're paying, to where, again, they'll pay out as many bonuses as are earned. They're not just limited like they are in other companies where, hey, the top 5 people are going to get this or top whatever. And having the ability to be in not just one multi-trillion-dollar industry, but 3 different ones, all for $39.95, and everybody can make one referral and get their money back. And just on the compensation side, I didn't say it initially, even if you're somebody who thinks, okay, I've never had success here, I'm not going to be able to get any of these huge bonuses that Karla and Van and all these other people are getting, but they know somebody who has a light switch in their house, and you make a 50% match on anybody you refer. Even if that's all you do is refer one person, this isn't like a binary where you have to have 1/3, 2/3, or they don't pay you because your downline's all lopsided. If you have one person, it doesn't matter how much they make, you make half. They make 10 grand a month, you make 5 grand a month. They make $10 a month, you make $5 a month. They make crazy amounts of money, you make half. Or as PJ likes to say, if they make a fortune, you make half a fortune. So there's a lot of great companies out there with wonderful products and wonderful services, but none of them have the ability to pay out this much money in a company that has, just take energy for example. In the past 8 years, our energy customers, we have 87% retainability. And so for somebody looking for a residual income, when times get tight, they're going to cancel their juice, they're going to cancel their makeup orders, or whatever auto ship products they have. Nobody's ever going to cancel their electricity. I mean, if it gets canceled, it's because it got turned off. But you never have somebody says, hey, this is Van, I'm having a tough time with my bills, turn off my electricity for the next 2 months. That doesn't happen. Okay, they're going to turn their phone off before they turn off their electricity, and that is true residual income. Nobody turns off their electricity or their gas, especially in the winter months. No matter how tough times get, we're in a market that is not going to go away. It can't go away. It's physically impossible to have everybody in the United States say, I don't want electricity or gas. And when we have the best rates, who's not going to use our services? And then when times are great, which we all hope for, what do people do? They go travel. And we're going to get paid on that. More money, more money, more money, and we're just helping people do what they're going to do anyway and pay less for doing it. So I think that does make us just a little bit different.
Right. So one of the things that you said, Coach, was, and this is what we have to understand, because I have a lot of people asking me, Keisha, are people really saving money on their energy? And the short answer is yes. And I tell people this in my example. We have another energy supplier here because I'm in Massachusetts and we are a deregulated state. And so we have people that goes from door to door coming to, they're literally bullying you to switching your energy over to this other company. And, you know, I had a guy come to my door a few months ago, probably about 2 months ago. And, I mean, this guy was so adamant. And he was like, I need to see your electricity bill, because he knew that if I switched over, I would be a long-term customer, right? And so, you know, I didn't know too much about the deregulated market, and so I just, you know, I blew him away. But now that I know I'm a part of RE, I'm definitely switching over to the provider that RE has. So that's something that's important, because everybody pays their light bills. And so, you know, just that alone, if you're in a deregulated state, and, you know, you can check you know, to see what the rates are, I would definitely say get started saving yourself some money by just switching over to one of the suppliers. I've checked out the rates, and, you know, I've had people who switched over in our team, and they're like, wow, I'm going to be saving at least $500 when, you know, they did it for 2 years. They were said they're at least going to be saving $500. I mean, $500 might not sound like a lot of money, but that's $500 that your electricity company is not going to get, that you can take and put in your pocket and do something else. So, Karla, I wanted to ask you, because you and I, we were talking last night. Now, I know that a lot of people are getting into this business. They're excited about the fast start bonuses, but let's talk about the people that really want to work this business. And the reason why I'm excited to bring you out, because you had some great ideas last night, you know, about just how you're going to approach businesses and people in your area. And so if you can just talk about that, how this is a real business that people can go out and work and have long-term income.
And not only that, Keisha, they will feel good about doing it, because with travel, we know everybody in the world travels one day or another, going somewhere either with your family on a cruise, or just you and your spouse or your significant other. You guys, everybody travel. And with that, you buying plane tickets, you be renting hotels and things of that nature, you're going on cruises. Why not get paid to do it while you're traveling? You're getting paid for traveling, and you're getting paid just to introduce this to other people. And then as far as the energy, we have gas. We're connected with it with gas here in Atlanta. So myself would definitely be connecting my gas to RE and be getting paid for it as well. And with that, I will be using postcards, mailing out postcards to the states that does have deregulating in their area. I would definitely be passing out postcards to that. And as far as the travel and everything, I do a lot of traveling myself. Best believe I'll have my business cards everywhere I go. And not on top of that, the loans. Do you know how many businesses, small mom and pop shops, business gas stations, that need loans, that the banks are turning them down? We got the opportunity to bless them in that way and get paid for doing that as well. So you got 3 different businesses in one. I mean, that's a one-stop shop if you really think about it. And we can get paid a ton of money just on that alone, not just the bonus money. Yes, that's some good money, but you can make just as much money as sharing those three businesses as you will with the bonuses. And I can tell you how good it feels. When they called me, when corporate called me today and asked that wanted to verify my address so they can send me those big checks, it feels good because you can reach out and touch the owner of this company. You can't do that in any other business that you've ever been in, and they're not going to call you. You probably wouldn't even get a chance to get close to the owner. So with that, I'm all away.
Thank you so much, Karla. Coach, I want to just kind of put you back on the spot. I saw you playing with the share screen. If you could actually share your My Rate, the retail side of it, and just show what that website looked like, and show how the different products that we have. But I also want you to pull up the energy. Let's do Texas because I know they're deregulated, and also, or maybe even Chicago because I know they're deregulated as well. And just show people the kind of rates that we have here. So I'll just let you go ahead and do that. So Karla, now you said something that's important, and I want people to understand the vision of this. Coach, when you're ready, just let me know. All right, Karla says she travels often, okay? I spoke with Karla last night, and Karla said, you know, she's getting ready to travel this week, and she's going to, you know, a couple different locations. Karla books her ticket through the travel center that Coach is going to bring up in a screen in a minute, and guess what's going to happen? She's going to get a commission based on her travel, so she's getting money back, and Coach is her sponsor. Coach is going to get a 50% match, or he's going to get some money on that too. You know, the other day I called the 800 number just to see what kind of savings there was. And, you know, I'll say this, I pulled up an online search, and I, you know, acted like I was, you know, booking a trip, and I gave them the same exact information. And what surprised me was this lady, you know, I think her name was Peggy, I'm not sure, don't quote me on that, but they were just so amazing because she wanted to get me the lowest price possible for my travel. But not only that, the prices that they were quoting was the same thing that these travel engines were quoting. And I'm saying to myself, my gosh, you know, if I book through this travel engine, there goes my $500 for this trip just on airfare alone, and I'm not getting any commissions back on it. But if I booked through my Travel Center, I'm going to get a commission, and my sponsor is going to get a commission. Where else have you seen that in this industry? And so that's something that I just wanted to point out and just share that, you know, this is an amazing opportunity. So, Coach, if you are ready, you can take that over.
Okay, yeah, you should be able to see it on your screen now. I put in Texas, and it gives me a drop-down window. It says, okay, Texas, we have electricity, but no gas. And so it says, okay, are you with Encore, Centerpoint, AEP Central, AEP North, Texas, New Mexico Power Company, Sherryland McAllen, or Sherryland Utilities? I don't know. I'm not in Texas. I'll just go ahead and click on Centerpoint and continue. And okay, so now it's checking for the best rate possible for the people who are in that area. And it gives me, you can see right now it's said kilowatt hour. It's giving me the options of 10.4 cents and for 1 year, 2 year, or 3 years. Now somebody who might say, well, hey, why would somebody want to pay 10.6 cents per kilowatt hour for 3 years if they could get 10.4? Well, keep in mind that's a lock. If you've been tracking energy lately, you know, we're only talking about 0.2 cents. So if you'll go 10.6 cents per kilowatt hour, and I know this particular area, a lot of them are paying 13 and 14 cents already variable. They lock in, even if rates go up to 14, 15, or 20 cents 3 years from now, this person has the opportunity to lock in at 10.6 cents. So they can choose that. They fill out the information, and boom, it's done. And it says right here, 10.6 cents per kilowatt hour for 36 months. Now, that's just one of the options. There's other companies, you know, if we go, sometimes you might have an area to where you get up to 30 different options, and, you know, not all of them are, you know, banked in for 1, 2, and 3 year contracts. Here's another one for the same state. This one's a little bit less. It's 10.2 and 10.4. So people can choose between these different locations. And we know, like in New York, I will give you one example where we had a company who their energy bill, I don't know what the kilowatt hour is for this particular company, but they pay over $2,000 a month for basically their electric bill, for powering all their computers, the lights, the bathroom, the whole shebang. And they were able to get this particular company onto a 3-year contract and lock them into a rate where they're only going to be paying $940 a month based on what they're having there. So we saved them over half, and then because they committed to 3 years, the commission on that was a few $1,000s, because they know they're going to have that company paying them $900 a month for the next 3 years. So before that company spent a penny, they're already able to pay out commissions of a couple $1,000s up through 7 levels, even if you don't live in New York. So these are the kind of things that can happen with RE. Is you don't have to use any of these products to profit from the products. So if somebody down in Florida goes on a vacation, I get paid. Somebody in Texas turns on their lights, I get paid. Somebody in Washington gets a loan, I get paid. It works for you too. Whoever invited you to this hangout, join with them in RE right now.
Well, I tell you what, Coach, you're going to be getting paid off of me, because we have the gas here, and I'll be switching my gas over, so you can get ready. You'll be getting paid along with me, because I'm definitely switching over.
Then I want you taking long, hot baths every day, Karla.
Ooh, yes.
That goes for Carlos, too.
Definitely. More money, more money, more money.
Run up that gas bill.
And then after we use the gas, we're going to turn around and fly, right?
There you go.
Awesome, awesome. So I just want to thank you so much once again, Coach, for breaking that down to us. Now, another one of our questions that someone had last night, Coach, give us some tips. How did you get to that $25,000 bonus, made $40,000? Okay, so give us some marketing tips for those of us who are promoting the business. And Karla, get yourself ready, because I'm going to ask you the same question. I see Coach showing off his phone there. So come on, Coach, take it away.
Two words: consistent and persistent. I tell people, like Karla said, I tell people every single day. Karla was one of the first people I went to. I do target people. When I know somebody who's been successful in other programs, I want them, because I know that once they see what I have, if they join just to get me to shut up, that's fine. But once they come on board, like Karla said, I was annoying her, I was pestering her, I was being a nuisance, but now she's thanking me for bugging her and staying on top of her like I did. So that's part of the persistent. And then I do that every day. And so, if you're on Facebook, you don't have to be a networking superstar. I haven't spent a penny on advertising. I haven't bought postcards. I haven't done solo ads. I haven't, spent money to do things. I will, but I haven't had to do that yet. I've only been in this is my 29th day. I haven't even been in a calendar month yet. And you do that by constantly letting people know. I don't let somebody telling me that, oh, you're in one of those pyramid scams, or only you can make money, nobody else does, or I've been in travel programs before, they don't work, or I know of 3 different energy companies that aren't here anymore. Well, congratulations. This one's been here for 8 years. Our travel's been here for 60 years. Our finance has been here for 4 years, and they're paying every day. And how many people do you want me to give you examples of that have a so-called job that hasn't worked out for them? Here, the risk is $40. So I can't stress enough, be consistent, tell people every day. And the people who told you no today, see if they'll tell you no tomorrow. I tell people every single day to join RE until they do one of two things. They either join or they tell me, don't contact me again. And unless they tell me don't contact them again, even if they cuss me out and say, hey, you're doing those crappy MLM scams, you're a jerk, whatever, I'm going to contact them again the next day and say, hey, if me making money and helping people pay less for things they're going to buy anyway, hey, I'm guilty. But unless they say remove, I don't remove them, and I'll hit them again the next day. If somebody's mad today, maybe I just got them on a bad day. And I know some of the people who joined me today, I've asked them 28 times already. Some people that join 3 months from now, maybe it took me asking them 100 different times in 100 different ways to join. If you believe in what you have is good, then, okay, let me back up. Too many people really don't believe in what they're doing, and so they feel, they don't say it, but they're ashamed to put something on their Facebook page because they don't want people to know they're doing one of those MLM things or one of those pyramid things. And I'm telling you, that's a big reason why you're not doing well. Know that what you're doing is right. We're helping people. And yeah, the more people we help, I'm a huge fan of Zig Ziglar. Get whatever you want out of life by simply helping enough other people get what they want. And yeah, do I want to have thousands and thousands of customers that I profit from? Yeah, but I only want to profit from them because I help them pay less on their energy bills. I only want to profit from their travel because I help them pay less for the travel, or I help them make money so they could afford to travel. That's why I want to be able to profit. I want to profit with people in America on the Millionaire Team and not from them. And here, everybody can benefit, even if they can't build a team or choose not to build a team. That's what makes things go. Persistence and consistent. You tie that in with really believe in what you're doing, you can't fail.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that, Coach. And that's really what it's about, being consistent and persistent. In this business, you have to have a drive. And you said something that is so important. And, I know a lot of people that I've talked to on a daily basis, okay? They're in companies, but they're not excited. And like you said, they're ashamed to put it on their Facebook wall. They're ashamed to associate themselves with it. And so, for example, one of my things with Ree, when I got started with Ree, was what I did was I went through my products. I saw, I became, and I started studying, and I found out, what's deregulation and the variables, and I just, made myself familiar with the terminology because I wanted this thing to be a part of me, and I wanted to be excited about this because when I talk to people, I want people to hear my excitement. I want people to understand the value that we have here. And so that is so important in any business, but especially when you join this, because if you don't believe that you're going to be able to help people, you're just going to sign up and you're going to do nothing with it. But if you believe that you can say to someone on the street, hey, here is my link. If you want to go save money with your electricity, go here and sign up. It's going to cost you nothing. And so that's pretty much, the mindset that we need to have. But being persistent and also being consistent is going to definitely take us to the top. So we're going to hear from Miss Karla. Karla, you want to come on out?
Yes, I'm here. And Keisha and Coach is very, very, very right when they say persistent and consistent. And that's all about me. And I believe in that. And when I joined this company, I'm going to be honest, it was about the money. It was about the bonuses that I saw because I really wasn't in tune with the product. But after I got to looking at the product and figuring out, I spend money like that all the time, at least once or twice a month flying somewhere. And anybody that know me knows I do a lot of traveling. So, and I'm like, well, if I'm going to pay for these tickets, why won't I pay for them through RE and then get paid for doing so? And then if I got to pay for gas anyway, why not pay for the gas through RE and get paid for it? And as far as a loan go, I have friends and business partners that have businesses. So why won't I help them and get paid for doing so? So it makes sense. And I target people. I'm going to tell you, I am a Facebook queen. And every business that I've ever been in, I've made money from Facebook. I stay in my lane, and anybody that knows me will tell you Karla gonna stay in her lane. Her lane is Facebook. I will recruit. I am a recruiting machine when it comes to Facebook. Every business I ever built came from Facebook or belly to belly. I love to do presentations. So even with this one, the very first one we did, we just put that together in 2.5 days when I found out Coach was going to be here and had a 4-hour layover. I put it together in 2.5 days, and it still turned out nice. So what do you think going to happen if I actually put one together on a weekly basis? Now, to be honest, come September the 6th is going to be really the very first kickoff for Atlanta. Every Saturday, we'll be having RE meetings every Saturday, and I suggest that you guys do the same in your state. You be the
I want to come.
Definitely welcome. You know you're always welcome. If you're in your state, be the first to start your meetings, because then, just like one of my other business partners, she in Kansas City, and when I tell you she started a business in Kansas City, she rocked the whole city. And I'm telling you guys to do the same thing. You own your city. This your world. And you can do what you want with it. Facebook and having those presentations start at a small place, and then as it grows, then you go to something bigger. But you definitely want to start getting belly to belly. Facebook has a lot of money out there. Don't hesitate. And if you're thinking people not watching your posts, trust and believe. There's always eyes in the sky. My husband always taught me that. And I realized that because I had a young lady to tell me, I've been watching you for 6 months. And now I'm ready to join you. I just wanted to know, were you persistent with what you were doing, and were you a great leader? I post every day. I keep everybody in the know in the business. I don't want to just win. I want my team to win. And when I join a company, in my first person that joins me, it don't be about me anymore. It's about them. So with that being said, Keisha and my entire team, kudos to you guys, because I could not have got to these bonus without you all. And I'm going to be here to help you. I'm only a phone call or a text away. I see you, Coach. Yes, more money for you.
These are for you. These are for you.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Coach is having a lot of fun over there. But, Karla, I just want to say about your leadership. I had to ask Karla a question at 1:30 in the morning, and I said, Karla, are you on a Facebook? And she said, yes. I said, I'm going to call you real quick. And I called her, and she gave me the answer to my question. So I just want to say that, we have a great team of leaders here with Karla, Coach Van, myself. And so we're just ready to rock this, and we're going to wrap this up. Anything you want to say, Coach? I know you have a mouthful.
Well, I know I'm on this call with two lovely women here, and while I've been talking and doing this hangout, I've actually had two other women join here, so I would like to congratulate Ashley and Kimberly. I'm pretty sure those are women there for coming on board here with us, so congratulations. And so, yeah, in closing, again, if you're watching this live here on Monday afternoon, or I'm not sure if this is being recorded, you see it recorded later, whoever has invited you to watch this hangout, join with them immediately for $39.95, because you can make 125% commission right now, every single time, while you're involved in 3 different multi-trillion-dollar industries. This is long term. I know you hear that all the time. That's why I went to home office. I went to, home base. PJ doesn't like home office. He likes home base. And I went to his home, and so I can, get my own personal warm and fuzzy about it. And so that's why I'm putting my time and energy here to steer people into RE. And if you're in the U.S., join with somebody on the Millionaire team right now.
All right, Miss Karla, you take it away.
Well, I do appreciate Coach Van again for taking the time out his day to join me and Keisha on this. Keisha, I do appreciate you allowing me to come aboard this hangout as well. Don't forget to send me the code so I can add this to the blog as well, Keisha. Ladies and gentlemen, in closing, I ask that you all get back with the person who invited you here. Share, share, share RE with everyone you know. Don't think about the ones you think is too big that don't want to have anything to do with it, because you'll be surprised how big these leaders are that's in RE. And it don't have to be no star. It can be somebody that never did network marketing in their life. $39.95 get you 50. Come on, guys. Let's get it rolling. Back to you, Keisha.
Thank you so much, Coach and Karla. I really thank both of you for taking your Monday afternoon, being here with us on this call. I just want to say to everyone that's watching, get back to the person who invited you to this hangout and join RE. It's that simple. If you're with the Viral Money Movement team, get back to the person who sent you here, and let's rock this thing out together. Congratulations again, Coach, and congratulations, Karla. It was nice having you on this hangout.
Is this being recorded?
Yes, it is. The same link
cool.
that I gave you.
On the Facebook group asking about it. Okay, thank you. Way to go.
Coach is awesome. All right, guys, so have a great afternoon. Let's blow this thing up, and let's keep rocking and rolling. Talk to you soon, and bye for now, guys.
Bye-bye.